In the starting of story, we see that lawyer C2 asks girl to give verdict against gangster Zhao Ma, but the girl refuses her because of scared actually the gangster molest the girl. Scared actually the gangster molest the girl, then lawyer comes to know that gangster offer a huge amount of money to girl father and her father get ready to take case back. When girl come to know that she run away from their crying, gangster come near to lawyer C2 and says you are a good lawyer and sensitive also. Lawyer says to girl you are also awesome, you know how to shut people who are against you. Gangster give card to C2 and ask her to come hotel tomorrow and night. And say I will wait for you. C2 is excited to go tomorrow because with lawyer she is also a serial killer who punish evil person because she thinks evil person have no right to live in the world. Gangster Zhao Mo is waiting for her and call her to ask where are you, I am waiting for you. Gangster think that earlier lawyer is showing tantrum and now she is coming. Everyone has to bow in front of me. Lawyer come to kill her but he find out that he is already dead. Then she hear the sound of gangster man coming and she hides and listen to men. They say that girl in bag dress come in the room. Now she is going freely that no one now catch her. Then a person named Jin comes in front of her and say she replied you may recognize wrong person. And starting to go from there. Then Jin says you're C2, you work in a law firm, your age of 24 and blood group is AB positive. C2 is shocked and think how he knows about me this much. Jin says I am Dr. Jin, last year you won the case and the accused want to scare your client and your client get heart attacks. I saved him. She thinks doctor saved people life but he knows so much about me. Do I need to kill her? So when Jin turned back she tried to kill her but then he turns back, she stops, he go to take bath rob for her because he get to know that people is finding a black dress girl but C2 tried to kill him. Again he turns back and say what are you doing? Then people knock on the door, he goes to open the door to people come in and ask Dr. Jin what are you doing here? He says I am here with my fiancé, can't I come? They say no we are finding a black dress girl. The girl named Zhao Mai enter. Jin says she is also wearing black. The girl is C2 boss daughter and Jin childhood friend. Then she sees C2 and asks who is she. Is 2 doesn't know what to speak. She come and say we're going to marry soon. The girl faints listening her. The boys take her away from the room. When C2 is going she find that Jin already give ring in her hand. She refuses but he says don't. Then she asks what do you want? She says I want contract marriage. She refuses. He says you are the perfect match for me. My grandfather is pressuring me to get married but I don't want now so I think about the idea. She comes near to doctor and seduce her and says okay let's get married. When do we have to take marriage certificate? The doctor killed the gangster because he is also a serial killer who punish evil people. C2 call her partner to know about who killed the gangster. Her partner says it's a ghost murderer. C2 wants to know who is ghost murderer. Then Zhao Mai comes in C2 office and says I want you to not get married with Jin. If you get married with Jin I will kill you. Then she says you want to kill a lawyer. Zhao Mai say Jin is only my. C2 says let's see Jin belong to whom. Call Jin and say come to pick me in 10 minutes. He then get ready and get going. Her staff member says Dr. Jin where are you going? He says my fiancé wants me to meet me in 10 minutes. Lawyer and that girl coming out of the office and girl is saying I am daughter of your boss, I am younger than you and more beautiful than you. Jin will only choose me. But she gets shocked to see Jin standing out there and ask him why are you here? He replied my fiancé wants me to meet me in 10 minutes, that's why I am here. Then they both go from there. Jin take out C2 in movie date and bring glass of juice for her. She said you are taking husband role seriously. He says I just want to give you happiness. She refuses the juice and Jin goes from there. Then lawyer sees a drug dealer there and a joker come there and kill that drug dealer. C2 is very happy to see that because when she is child her stepfather abuses her mother so she shoot her. That's why she hate evil person and want to punish them. Jin comes and close her eyes with his hands and says don't be afraid I am here. C2 smells blood from Jin clothes and says I think Dr. Jin come direct from the operation theater. He said no. He says I just want to bring popcorn for you, that's why I am late. I want to bring you with me somewhere. Jin already prepared a beautiful proposal for her and asked her to marry her. She says you don't have to take seriously. He replied I am serious about you. You don't know what you mean to me. I know you more than you. I am serious about you. Actually when Jin killed gangster he was hiding there and C2 there so he is going to kill here also but then he sees a birthmark on her hand. It's looking like he is finding the person from a very long time. C2 says if in future you find out that I am not the person you are looking for you can go back, I will not stop you. In the morning Jin meet his assistant and ask him to give all the evidence and drugs of drug dealer to police and his assistant says I get to know that you fiancé is also there. She may be scared but he says no she didn't even she is enjoying. Assistant says first time I listen girl is enjoying to watch crime scene, you found a unique fiancé. He says no she finds me. On the other hand C2 is also meeting with her partner and tell about the drug dealer case and tell she is going to get married and says when I first saw him I liked him a lot. They get married and get certificate. Jin is so happy and take photo with certificate. She says now everything is real and kissed him. Jin says kiss not happen like this and kiss her back and they get intimate. Jin get a call and tells C2 that his grandfather wants to meet them. They both go to meet his grandfather. His grandfather is looking angry and say to him, you didn't tell me before getting married. C2 introduce herself and says I am C2, I am a lawyer. Grandfather is so happy after listening this and says I never think that anyone is going to get marry him and start to showing their house to her and bring them to in front of Jin room and tell them it's time to sleep. Suddenly Jin remembered that in the room all the planning and evidence is there and suddenly his grandfather pushed them in the room. Jin shows to C2 that he fall and erase all the planning details of murder. C2 asks what happened. He says nothing, I am fine, and she is going near the table but Jin goes near her because he hides the equipment of killing near the table. They kissed and intimate. When C2 woke up she didn't find Jin in bed so she goes to find him. Jin was talking with his assistant and tell him why you come now, you don't have girlfriend, that's why you don't understand the romance. Assistant says to him I collect such informative information for you but you don't understand my work. I know your wife is your childhood love. Then C2 came in and asked what love are you taking? Assistant hide the all information. C2 asked what are you hiding? Then Jin says nothing, just the information of patient who I have to do surgery tomorrow. We need to protect the privacy of patient, that's why we are hiding. Let me take you back. She says no, let me cook something for you. She prepares noodles for them. Assistant think how lucky the boss is, may I also get the girlfriend. When Jin take first bite of noodles his face shows how bad the noodle was but in front of her he hide his face expression and tell how awesome noodles. Assistant also start eating the noodles but in the noodles there is so much salt but Jin says eat complete and he start eating. C2 says if you like it I will cook more often for you. Jin finish his noodles and tell her let me send you in the room and tell assistant to finish all the noodles. Assistant think eating this type of food after love I will stay single. Jin give a sweet kiss to her and she goes back in room. She is curious that what childhood love they were talking and feel a little bit jealous and tried to search in the room about his childhood love. She finds a box, in that box a love letter and necklace is there. She reads the letter and become happy after reading about her in the letter and put all the things in their place so Jin don't find about that. And she finds another box also and find sharp killing objects. Jin come from behind and tell her one of his senior give this to him. They start romance. C2 thinks that ghost killer also used this type of sharp knife. Maybe he also from medical background. In morning she reviewed all the cases and doubt Jin also because Jin is also there where gangster is killed. Later Jin call her, she tell today I'm meeting a client. Jin also says that I also have to do a surgery today. Actually they both were planning to murder another gangster. C2 goes to the party and finding a chance to go near gangster. She finds a chance and try to seduce him and taking him to the room but then Jin comes and start dancing with her. She again start to going but Jin again pull her back and says I am not finished with dancing. C2 understand that he is ghost killer so she says you are ghost killer, don't come between in my work. Ghost killer says that you don't come between in my work. And he disappeared from there. C2 ask man location from her partner and Jin is dancing there. After killing the man Saito comes there. They both hiding when they listen someone is coming. A man and women come in room and start their romance. C2 feels bit uncomfortable. Jin says do you like that? C2 says I am married, don't come near me. Jin say I think you love your husband so much. She says don't say something about my husband, I will kill you. The man and women sees the body of gangster and run away from there. C2 feels that eyes of ghost killer is like Jin. She then goes to the hospital to find Jin. When she finds Jin there she give a warm hug to him. C2 smells bloods from the Jin. He thinks he just come from the operation and Jin hide the clothes under the table. C2 partner calls her and says you're right, ghost killer belong from medical background. Now she is 100% sure that ghost killer is Jin. Later she go to her assistant and she find out her stepfather kidnap her assistant. She goes to her father and asks to release her assistant. Actually her stepfather is also a serial killer and he wants C2 to also become serial killer so she help in his business. He say to C2 give me repayment of my skills. She says I already give you repayment, don't you remember your face? She says leave her. He replied I will buy you have to kill someone for me. She accept. On the other hand Jin is preparing for killing gangster. C2 is sitting with gangster. Actually the gangster is her father boss. Jin comes to kill the gangster and shocked to see C2 there. He tried to kill gangster. C2 stopped her. They both start fighting. Saito tried to pull his mask but he defended. Then C2 says why are you hiding your face? He says I am so handsome, if I show my face you become desperate to marry me. Saito heard him. Gangster come with his mans. They both disappeared from their in the home. C2 check the box and find 2 knives are missing. She also find the clothes of ghost killer whom say attack. Jin is taking bath. When he comes out C2 tell my shoulder is hurting. He tell I will give you massage. C2 says you are also tried let let me give you massage and pushed a wound of him. He's lot in pain but don't show on his face. Jin also checks C2 wound and say how did you get hurt? She says nothing, just met a worse client. Tell me how I get rid from that client. He says tell me, I will deal with him. C2 says what I call you Dr. Jin or Ghost Killer. Jin replied you also look beautiful when you come with mysterious look in front of me. She says I will look even beautiful when I kill you. Then they both start fighting. Jin tried to save him and cut the strap of her dress. She says you are very shameless. Jin says why shameless, you are my wife, and tried to flirt with her during fighting also. He says why don't we work together so your burden will also less. She says you already know me. He replied I told you I know you better than you. She hit him and tell him for your marriage is also fake. He replied no, I love you. Why I will hurt the person whom I loved from child, my little orange. She's shocked and then we see a flashback. C2 father tortured her and her mother so she collect plastic bottle and sell them and earn money to eat. Once some boys hurting her so she fight back with them. A boy come there and give her orange to eat and tell her you are brave. She replied I will call you little peacock from now because you wore a beautiful dress. So he said I will you little orange. He then noticed her birthmark once she saved his life also. He said I never thought I will meet you again but I found you. C2 get emotional and tell now Top Killer and Ghost Killer will work together from now on. Then they kissed and intimate. Next day Saidu dress up beautiful and seduce gangster son on the other side. Jin feels jealous. C2 tell that men to go in room. They were going in room but bodyguard stopped them and says your father tell us that no outsider will be allowed. Man shouted on bodyguard and tell she is not outsider and they go in room. Jin comes from behind and kill the man. Jin kiss C2 and they start their romance but C2 tell I find out Genji and my stepfather in next room. Jin say let's go. They both go in the room and kill everyone. C2 stepfather tried to kill her partner but C2 partner and C2 with their understanding kill him. Actually, that's the plan of Saidu and her partner of kidnapping to kill the gangster. C2 father is still alive and shoot the gun. A bullet hit the Jin, but Jin gets save his hand got hurt. C2 bandage him. He's very sad. C2 says why are you sad? Just a little bit of scratch. Jin says you don't know I am a doctor for us. Our hand is everything. C2 says now your hand is hurt. I will do everything you say. He says then bandage my other hand also. She bandaged that also. His assistant called him. He is getting problem to answer the call. Saidu answer for him. He tell about the next target but he say I am hurt. Then C2 says send me the information, I will do it. Assistant says sir your wife is also killer. She says now Top Killer and Ghost Killer will work together and they kill all the evil person together and live a happy life. They have child also. Here our beautiful story ends. For stories like the please hit the like button and subscribe the channel.